I'm waiting because this... No, that's too low. I guess that's good. It's weird, the chat's not showing up. Hello, everyone. Let me know if you can hear me. I woke up just in time, boys. Okay, so I can see you guys. Beauteous. Oh, Natanya. Thank you for 23 months. If you guys can't see, don't worry. There's something wrong with you. It is because I am getting the camera set up because, as you guys know, when I abandon my desk for more than 2 minutes, the cats make a mess of it. But hello, everybody. Oh, it's been a mess. How are all of my children doing? How have you been? World's been changing since the last time we all talked. Getting the camera set up. You hear me perfect. You can hear me. Hello, Fluffy Paws. Fluffy Paws, how is our new BB coming along? How is the cook time? Hello, Orion. What do you want, baby? The cat. Is this the right one? Let's see. Right. Yes, I know it's connected. Let's see. Kimmy. Come on. It won't let me connect the yes. Document camera. Okay. There we go. Beauteous. No, thank y'all. Want to watch Blossom? No. That's the last thing I want to do. I do not want to watch that man make a fool of himself again more than he already does. We moved into our new house. My office is great. Congratulations, Hunty. Been a little rough with still breathing. Well, it's funny that you say that, Linda, because me too. Good golly, Miss Molly, if you guys wonder why I've been quiet. To begin with, for 2 weeks, I had no internet. Okay? Just for a hint of shit that went down on this side of the room. Let's see. Not the misgendering. Oh, all the misgendering. No, not me. Denying the reality of an insane asylum patient. Anyways, so you guys see how long my nails are, and you already know that these nails don't get this long if I'm doing labor. So why would they be this long? Because I wasn't able to do labor. I had not been able to go to work for 2 weeks because my car is broken. Yay! She's starting to babble, make bubbles, and discover her hands. Oh, I don't care. I don't care about misgendering. I really don't. There's this whole thing about fatigue, Hunty. 2 weeks of no mental illness, right? See this? The fatigue. The whole fatigue across the board. I like to call it the left wing fatigue because everything that is involved with being that I am fatigued. I am deeply fatigued with. I have zero care, zero worry, zero. I just don't care. Currently on tummy time with her. Oh. And also, everyone, I don't know if she's going to be here, but if you see Pink Dolphin Milk come on stream, congratulate her. She had her baby too. I have trans fatigue. I have obviously not, for anyone in my audience, I have the black fatigue. I have the trans fatigue. I have the LGBTQIA++ fatigue. I have all of it. I have all of it. Yes, same, Natanya. Same. I am so fatigued with all of this. I just do not care anymore. I lack the care, especially because when you go through difficult times, when you've got a lot of shit getting thrown at you, and then someone's sitting there saying, when you misgender me, it's torture. I just do not care. Right, Black Cats? Everyone having babies but us. Everyone having baby but us. But I just generally, I just don't care. I really don't. I just don't care. You want to do that? Live your life. Starson is too spirited phobic. Because Starson is so done, Black Cats. Starson is so beyond done. Because, again, going back to why I've been quiet, my car broke. My mortgage went up $300. And then I talked to a financial advisor and found out that I'm just purely not making enough money. So I've had to make a lot of very difficult decisions. And my boss and I have had to do a lot of, like, right now, we still don't know if I'll be able to stay working with her because I don't know if I'm going to make enough money. And now on top of it, right now, graciously, out of the kindness of her heart, because she happens to just purchase a lot of vehicles because she has a lot of kids, she has an extra vehicle she can lend me. But that is a temporary solution. And I had warranties and everything for my car. I'm 18,000 miles over what the warranty covered. So it's a lot of shit going on over here. A lot of shit. And so your girl is just trying really, really hard right now, guys. I will say this. I am really trying right now. I'm going to try to convince my boss to not take away my Tuesdays again, because my goal is to, frankly, spend Sunday, Mondays, and Tuesdays, not the whole day, but I'm going to try to dedicate Sundays to recording, Mondays to editing, and Tuesdays to live streaming. That's my tentative goal right now. But every time I make one of these plans, as you all know, something happens. So, but I need some kind of passive income anyway. And I hate it. I hate bringing it up like, I need money. But you know what? Right now in this economy, Trump's doing the best he can. We are getting some stuff that's, whatchamacallit, balancing out. But there's some stuff that isn't. I do want to do something, though, because someone sent me a care package. And this was a really nice care package. And I am too lazy to get up and go into the kitchen and get the last bit of it before we get any further. You guys all know, there's a sale today, by the way. If you go onto my Instagram, I linked it. There's a sale today. Reed Street Soap has sent me samples of her new collection. And I do want to show it off. And that is literally it. I am showing it off. I don't see any comments, so I hope that it's not frozen and I'm not losing commentary. But any small chance I can to show you guys, I will. So she has now introduced body sprays. And they are amazing. The Tranquility comes in a body spray now as well as the soap. There is the Country Summer, and there is the Berry Citrus Grove. These also come in body scrubs. She has a Tranquility candle that she sent me. And I'm afraid to light it because look how cute that is. It's got the little amethysts on top. Oh my God, that smells so damn good. I want to light this candle right now so bad, guys. You don't understand. This is my favorite scent by her, the Tranquility. Oh, now I see the comments. Okay, so there we go. You don't see comments? Boo! The Tranquility, I'm obsessed with this. I'm genuinely obsessed with this scent. And then these, which by the way, look at the shimmer. If you can see it. Yeah, you can see that little blue shimmer right there. These are the wax melts. So I just want to show these off to you guys. because she and I sat down together and designed all this. And I'm really proud of us. I'm really proud of her work. I'm really proud of what she's developed and the fact that there's entire sets. Like, I want to show off my friend. I want to show off my friend and her work. And I see some people logged off as a result. Oh, well, I don't care. I had to show this off to you guys. Hello, Chaco. And the other reason why is, like, you know, in this economy, you got to help out people where you can. And so I wanted to help out and show how beautiful all this is. I'm very unemployed. Even if you can't buy. Hello, my sponge menace. I will say I've definitely missed you all. But even if you can't buy, follow her on her social medias. That would be all I'd ask of you guys. Make sure you follow, share, interact with her posts. You'd be doing us a world of favor. A big world of favor. Trust me on that. So just want to show that off to you guys. There's the sugar body scrubs, but they're in the fridge. Because my house is getting abnormally warm. Because on top of everything else, my AC is not working quite right again. Because of course it's not. Why not? Hello, Annie. Annie, are you okay? I couldn't help it. I know. Probably get that joke a lot. Find yourself a street corner, earn some soap. Let me tell you something, all right? One of my friends informed me you can sell your lips. Your lips! Your lips. You know how, like, they have Feet Finder? Oh, Choco, you missed it. The AC is the least of my problems, babe. My car is broken. My car! Like, my vroom vroom drive. She no work. And what I'm pissed about, yes, like, you know how, like, on Feet Finder, you can take a photo, like, someone can request you to step on a pile of slime or some shit, or wear the red bottom shoes. So you just get spray paint and spray some shoes, and then you send it to the old dude, and they pay you for it. Which lips? A woman of intrigue. So you apparently can find websites where you can do that with your mouth. And I don't know how to feel about that. It definitely... I'd love to have a side hustle for a rent-a-snuggle, right? Why do your appliances hate you? I don't know. We're racking it up now because my dishwasher, my dryer, my turlet, now my car, my AC, all of it's rebelling against me. So feeder sites? No. It's not putting food in your mouth. It's like, I want to see you wear red lipstick. I want to see you biting a rose. Some bullshit like that. But I have a friend who did it, and she made like $50. The prolonged hugs hurt me. Hey, Mitchell. The idea of... Because I've heard of that, the professional snuggler thing. The idea of doing that makes me so angry. Oh, no, it's not again, Choco. It's been. I've just been... band-aiding it for a while. If I had the guts to be a rental cuddle buddy, I probably would. I just don't like the idea of it. I just don't like the idea of it at all. But that being said, a lot of world has happened since the last time we all talked, kids. A lot of world. And like I said, you know, your girl's been going through it. Your girl's been having a bit of a moment. She's had a hard time. She is trying. I will say what really sucked was the 2 weeks that I had off, I mostly didn't have internet. So I couldn't even utilize the time, and it was so hot in the house. The idea of even recording while there's no, it's just, oh my God. See, I'm like your husband, Linda. I'm not a big snuggler. Now, once in a while, I want it. I know, Penny. You are another problem I'm having right now, ma'am. Yes. You are another problem that I'm having. Penny has changed her direction of where she's hiding again, guys. And she's chosen my office. And of course, if she's chosen my office, if she's chosen my office, you all know what that means. She's making a mess of it. Yes. Swear to God, we go through new bullshit every single day. It's so annoying. Right. Rich people are weird. I swear that sounded less creepy. Now, once in a while, I want it, right? Every once in a while. What? You naughty thing. What do you want? You have to come over here, kid. I ain't coming over there. You want mother? You must come to mother. And you know that. She kept me up. I'm talking kept me awake. Because normally what we would do is we'd cuddle in the living room during the day. So then when nighttime came, that was great. I was fine. Well, it stopped being fine, according to Penny. And so she would stand in here and scream for me in the office. So then I would come in here and I'd be like, okay, I'll play Stardew for a little while. But then she'd fall asleep on me. She'd fall asleep on me right in the back of on top of my butt. No. Penny's on the opposite side of the room, guys. I'd show you, but I'm sitting around in less than camera-friendly outfits. So, because it's so hot, Anyways, Penny is a good 12 feet from me right now. That's how loud she sounds. What? You're not getting fed again. No. I feel your pain. I got a sunburned head. Oh, these past 2 nights, I'm running on fumes. Oh. Damn, girl. You got sunburned? What, did you actually go out in a single ray of sunshine? Yes, less than camera friendly. So, Starman... Screw it, I'll just say it. So, I haven't bought a new bra since the pandemic. Because as you all know, I am a well-endowed woman. And as a result, well-endowed women, especially of my weight class, tend to have more expensive bras. My bras range anywhere between $39 and $89 per bra. If I'm telling you I can barely afford the internet at the moment because of circumstances, including me not even be able to go to work, then I can't buy a new bra. Well, my husband finagled something and he purchased me 5 of them, including a house one. Like, you know what, the ones those girls that drive around in, the little, I guess they're called bralettes. You know, you can wear with the matching sweatpants that are like leggings. So he got me those to wear around the house. And it's really comfortable. I will say that, for sitting around and doing nothing. Because he knew, because the problem is, again, if you're well endowed, and you don't have the proper support, which the bra that I had, guys, I have put off buying a new one just because part of it has been, I did not want to just get the one and stretch it out over the next 6 years again, and then have it rip apart like this one I currently have. Like the old ugly bra, the one I currently have did. Like the interior foam was tearing apart. And so because the interior foam was tearing apart, it was dragging down on my shoulders. Like, hold on, let me see if you can hear it. Hold on, I'm going to pause the music. Are you guys ready for this? Hold on. I don't know if any of you heard that. I'm going to see if you did in a second. Oh my God, why must she be so loud? Did anybody hear that just now? I need to know if anyone heard that when I turned the music off. Did anyone hear that crackling and creaking sound? If you heard a crunch or a crackling sound, that's my shoulders. And so, because I have worn one single, you didn't hear me heavily breathing. That was Orion biting himself. Orion is right below me, biting himself. No, it was in your head. No, it was not. But, whatchamacallit, Orion. Can you knock that off? Thank you. You got schizo? Well, either way, when I rotate my shoulders, it's a crackling sound. Yes, loser shoulders, exactly. And so they haven't been supported. So as a result, with my shoulders hurting more, my back hurting more, that was why Starman was like, we're getting it done for you. And so he sat down with me, we figured it out, there's a payment plan involved, and I got like 5 or 6 new bras. Head, shoulder, basically the same thing. Either way, it hurts. And so the old one I had, literally, when you, girls, you'll know what I'm talking about, right between where the snap, crackle, pop, yep, right between the top of the breast and then right where the shoulder is, all the foam padding in there had separated on the inside. So the bra was like it was horrible. It was horrible. I am a walking Rice Krispie treat. This is a factual statement. Between my back, my neck, my fingers, and my knees and shoulders, all of it's falling apart. All of it's falling apart. On the plus side, look what somebody gifted me. A star jar of stars. Isn't it cute? Also, why is this blurry? It should be clearer than that. Let me go to the video. Much better. Okay, I'm happy now. Isn't it so cute? It's been cheering me up a lot. But yes, so it's been a series of unfortunate events the last week. But there is so much to talk about. There has been so much world happening. Yes. And this person made each one of these stars. She didn't go out and buy them. She made each one of these stars. She looked at her man and said, "Stars sound like stars." Obviously, she's my real name. And he was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "This is for her." And I was like, "Oh, why don't you have a star jar full of jarred stars?" Because I don't have a big enough star jar to fill with the small star jars of stars. Hi, Sunny. Don't you do it. Sir. 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 Yes, I'm talking to you. What? Thank you. Thank you for your patronage. Hello, Myriad. How you doing? Sunny, I love you too. You had all the chances all morning to come cuddle with me and you didn't. Say that 5 times fast. What? Oh, the star. No, fuck you. Orange cat behavior on yes, and on top of that, guys, we are finally slowly introducing all 7 cats into the populace. Don't you step on my damn keyboard, boy! Boy. Here, I'm gonna annoy you. Hello, Mary Maza. Oh, sure, now today you want to get held. Thanks, Sunny Bunny. He's an exhibitionist. He needs the audience to cuddle. For real, what the fuck? He never likes being held, and right now he is molding to my shoulder like, yes, mother, hold me. The fuck? Why? You all only get desperate for my attention when I'm supposed to be giving other people attention. That ain't right, Sonny. But yes, so I have been every night after the dogs go to bed, I've been letting all the kittens out. So the goal is by the end of 2 weeks, the kittens will be done not only with introducing themselves to the adult cats, but also with the dogs, particularly the giant asshole behind me. Because he's the biggest problem. If it wasn't for him, the kittens would be out right now. But hello, Dylan. How are you? Will there be a new pecking order? Okay, so I'm not sure. Because I really do feel like Gorian is going to take on a Zorro role. I really do. Because he acts. I don't know. Does anyone have tuxedo cats? Can you tell me if your tuxedos all act in a similar manner? Because welcome back, Sonny. Because I feel like just like all void cats act a certain way and all orange flavored cats act a certain way and calicos act, I feel like all tuxedos kind of do it too, sir. Yes. Here, come back up. No, not the wires. Shut up. No, you wanted this. No, you wanted this. Hello, little eagle. How are you and Starman? We're doing. We're trying. My tuxedo is bipolar. See, no, you wanted love. You're gonna get it. The worst part about Sunny is when he complains, no matter what it is, he always sounds like he's trying to avoid getting graped. Yeah? Yeah? You asked for this, kid. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Spoiled baby whining, yes. Voids and oranges are two sides of the same brain cell. I am convinced. As someone who's owned voids and owned oranges, and I currently own 4 oranges, where Penny. She left the office to go into the bathroom to yell at me to go sit in the bathroom. I only got witch cat and fluffy rat dogs. Well, here's what I will tell you. Yeah, now you're calm. Shut up.
Shut up and take it.
No, mother, not that. Not like that. See, oh, and then I got attacked by butter. You'd be remarkably surprised how often you can survive on just pancake mix, but not if the butter burns you. I just rescued my tuxedo cat from the balcony. He climbed up there and somehow was too scared to climb. He better get a grape whistle. I will tell you, I do think, going back to what Chaco asked, because I genuinely do think there's going to be a new pecking order. I don't know how it's going to go. That shut up. Listen, the amount of times I gotta tell my animals to shut up in a day. It's a lot. Often someone's yelling at me that doesn't need to be. Have you ever owned cotton balls? I've only owned one cotton ball. And she was a diva. A massive diva. Star, have you seen the news about anti-dilate? Mary, I can neither confirm nor deny that. However, you should stay tuned because I did something very special 2 days ago with somebody. And I won't tell you who or when, but you'll love it. That's all I can say. My orange is a lovable chunk. Oh, all of my oranges are sweet as hell. Were you heating that butter in lava? In a pan. It was, I always use butter because it's healthier, than using anything else. And I don't use a ton, but while I was flipping the pancake, about, I would say, that big, we're talking that big of an amount, hit me right there. And, oh, did it hurt. I'm surprised my kitty hasn't gotten some cabin fever yet. Oh, I keep them all inside. You should be keeping them inside. It's much better. Trust me. I think you guys are going to like this drawing. I think you're all going to like this. Don't be a tease, dagnabbit, but I like it. Besides, you've all been waiting for so long and dragging me while you've been waiting. This is my revenge. I do want to show you guys something, though. I want to show you guys something. So hold on. This is pretty big. It's a big deal. Now, if you are on my Discord, you've already seen it. I haven't totally been ignoring stuff. So if you guys remember the photo of me with the rainbow hair, that was me at my heaviest at almost 500 pounds. That was in 2021. The photo to the left of it is me in 2024. That was about a year ago now. The photo at the top was me yesterday. So, for all the people that we've seen over the years saying I was not doing anything, this is what slow weight loss looks like. And mind you, the weight difference between the photo in the lower left-hand corner and the photo on the top is only 10 pounds, technically. But it's not. So, no, you guys have every right to say it because I did not realize how big my face... Oh, I just tried to keep the same face in each photo. That's why. So, remember how I told you guys I have really bad resting bitch face, but nobody believed me? I think it's because I had the fat. Because if you look, I'm technically making the Sunny, if you touch any keys, I will fucking turn you into a violin. Stop. Yes, I love you. Thank you. And so, I think the fat made me look less angry, but that's how my face normally looks when I'm just Sunny. No, you need to get down. No, get down. What were them babes doing? He was trying to get on a damn keyboard again. He always does. Hi, Silvar. Hi. But anyways, so think about that. Obviously the difference between the two bottom ones is very large because that was almost 100-pound difference. But now it's only a 10-pound difference. And I think, just like before, I really do believe I gain muscle really easy. I really, really do. Because the scale has not changed a lot over the last 2 years. I've ranged between 390 and 371 fairly often. But I continue to lose actual fat. And so what I think it is that I'm losing fat. Like, you guys, let me tell you something. My boss, Starman, drives her really old, when I say old, I mean 1999, barely stitched together Toyota. I knew you were a bitch, but now you get a face to match. Just looking good though. So when I first met her, which is the rainbow hair, which was in 2021, I've always been muscle mommy. It's always in my lower half. My thighs and my calves have always been very muscular. And I actually believe I have a six-pack because I've always had very strong abdominal muscles, but, I've never, defined. So when I say six-pack, I don't mean like a defined six-pack. I mean, like, I've got really strong stomach muscles. And when you poke my stomach, you can feel them. But anyways, so that was me in 2021 when she met me, and she took me in that Toyota. And when I sat in that Toyota at that time, I physically, whenever she would drive me, I couldn't sit straight. I would have to sit angled on my left hip, facing towards her, and kind of like propping myself up the whole time. So when my husband started driving that car, I vehemently refused to ever get in it. Because I don't deny that, Annie, but I still don't think it's that, because the thing is, I'm still a large, I'll show you if I can find any photos from the wedding. I'm still not small. I do think there's a lot of extra skin right now, but still. When the other day, obviously, because we don't have my main car, which is the Elantra, because we don't have my main car, my boss, we did prep for an event that went on the other day. And we met because she and I live about 20 minutes apart. And I had to ride in the Toyota again. Now, I haven't gotten in that car since 2021. I got in and I can sit straight in that car. That floored me. That absolutely floored me. Her car, which is a smaller car, it's another Asian car, I could get in no problem. Like, there's things I'm fitting in that I just couldn't fit in before. And it very much, it threw me off. It definitely, because a lot of people will say, Starsan's not actually losing weight. Oh, you're lying about losing weight. And the thing is, it wasn't really dramatic, Like, it wasn't dramatic, and I purposely did not make my weight loss integral. Flummoxed. Flummoxed is a very good word for it. If you lose probably 1 pound a week or two, you are doing great, much faster, and you could hurt yourself. Exactly. As you can see, it took most of my teen to adult life to gain this weight. It's going to take a while to get it off. But I honestly, until I took that photo at the top yesterday, it did not occur to me the vast difference between that photo and the photo to the left, the left-hand corner. I didn't realize there was that big of a difference. It did not occur to me. I thought I was still about that size. But what really first tipped me off is I watched a video I posted to my Instagram last year of me doing dishes at work. And I was like, oh my God, my face looks huge. And so then I was inspired to do this. And I was just floored. As Chaco said, flummoxed. And I wanted to share that with you guys. So that way, just in case anyone is like, Starson never does it, she's not actually losing weight. Shut the fuck up. Yes, I am. Fuck you. I am. It's just a little difficult. Because I really don't want to do any kind of weight loss surgery except for skin removal. I'll be very honest. I would rather me slowly keep losing the weight. Are we fat phobia now? Oh, yes. Hell yes. Were we not? I thought that's what we were. Well, googly moogly. But yeah, I am trying to get back into it, guys. Did I sneeze? You got to line up left to right in a timeline for dummies, for real. For real. Because none of them want to hear it. Oh, and I will say this. You guys want to boost my ego at all with the week I've had? You should go watch the short that I dropped last night. You don't have to do it right now, but still. Sonny, do not step on my Sonny. I like fat. It's tasty. Sonny, do not knock the boy. Boy. I love you too. I thought you sneezed. No, Orion did. That's what you heard. I was like, I sneezed? See, the worst thing is, like, I don't hate my fat. Because, number one, I've never been kidnapped, and I do feel, because where I live, there's a lot of guys who do feel rather entitled to women they're attracted to. And no guy has ever tried to grab me or pull me anywhere because they realize if my fat ass just dropped to the ground, they're not doing anything. But look, you can see how all the excess skin, you can see it's excess. I'm finally back under 200. Congratulations after 40. Yes, right now it's cat cam. So since I can't draw at the moment because Sunny desperately wants my attention, what we'll do is I can pet the fur and we can talk about some crazy stuff that's been going on. Let's pick a topic because, oh boy, there's a few. There's quite a few. We can do, let's go with, do we want lighthearted or non-lighthearted? Because I've got lighthearted stuff to talk about. And then, we could pick and choose all the different things. And to give examples, we could talk about a certain young man that stabbed another certain young man in the heart. We could talk about a young lady who called a child a certain word. We can talk about the fact that Vivzy Pop just signed what is for indie animation a very revolutionary contract. Okay, so we want to do lighthearted first. All right, then. Do we want to talk about the fact that Gumball is back? Or do we want to talk about the fact that Vivzy Pop just signed a landmark deal that can mean a lot for indie? Because there's a lot we got to discuss, kids. I might be able to draw. Sunny, can you just stay there and let mommy draw? No kickies. Yes, Carmelo Anthony, that one. Give the good before the bad. True. Look at this cat. Look at this damn cat. I can't with him. Vivzy first. Dude, somebody tried to smear VTubers. Speaking of VTubers, let me tell you who I have been like. I've become a Nux fan. Nuxanor? Oh my god, I've been watching his shit. You've never seen Gumball. Oh my gosh. You need to fix that after 40. Let me tell you something. I slept on Gumball for years. I slept on him for years. I was like, that looks stupid. It looks done. All that. Then I sat and watched one episode. I don't even remember which episode it was. I became obsessed. I love Nicole. Oh my God, I love Nicole. She's fucking hilarious. Nicole is adult goals. Nicole is absolutely goals as a parent. Nux is hilarious. I found out about him because I has in hotel. Well, that's not true. I had seen him before, and I would often get him confused with It's a Gundam. Cryo Trump, all 7 swing states. We freeze them, we bring them back. Yes! Yes! Do you know who he does spot on? Yo, he does a funny Trump impression, but his Bernie Sanders is fucking spot. I'm sorry, Z Highness. If I had to say it's his Bernie Sanders, you would almost think it's Bernie talking. No, you need to, if you guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've never seen The Amazing World of Gumball, do yourselves a favor, go watch all the old episodes. 100% worth watching. Funny as fuck. It's chaotic. It's chaotic neutral, right? It's chaotic. It's ridiculous. It's good fun. Nux Pensius, right? I didn't realize it till the oligarchy. Oh my God. I finally get to say all these things. Like, my husband will be like, all Starman will do is be like, you like that dude, huh? That blue guy. That's all I hear. He doesn't listen too much. He just goes, that dude, you listen to him a lot. Yeah, because here's why I like Nux. You know why I like Nux? And why I'm okay getting my information from him? Because Nux doesn't just tell you. Nux doesn't just say it. But one, I already knew that he was somebody who backed up his bullshit when he was watching Has Been Hotel. Because he would back up everything he was saying with actual quotes, actual part, like he was showing the part of the Quran, of the Torah, like he was showing all these things he was referencing and how he really didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. And I was incredibly impressed by how actually intelligent he was before he ever brought up politics. That's what made me like him. Nuxon, or the guy with the avatar with the white hair, blue eyes, and shark teeth. Yes. I'm just a blue hair guy. No, he's like the blue retard on the internet. That's who he is. And I was like, yo, this guy's legit. And I decided then I liked him. And so I would often watch when he would review Has Been Hotel, because then, oh God, who's the other guy that reviews Has Been Hotel that kind of paired up with him? And he always has that little legion of his friends animated behind him. Nux has, let me tell you something. Nux, I love when he laughs. When you've seen Kirsch, I don't even know who that is. More than likely, Nux, if you're asking me that, means Nux talked about him, but I don't realize it. But we'll get to that. Don't throw me off track, kids. Hassan accused. Yes, and I found out why. And the thing is, it's because he was making... All right, so for instance, everyone thinks that Nux has his parasocial relationship with Jaden Animations. No, he doesn't. He made a joke once, and because it pissed people off, my best friend is like this. You guys know my 14-year-old niece that's going to be 15? Her mother... That's why I like Nux so much, because in that sense, that is my best friend. You tell her, like, her husband's black, okay? Her first child is Mexican. People love to tell her she's racist and hates blacks. So if you tell her that, she goes, bet. And she will start acting like the most racist person you will ever meet, purely because she wants the chaos. She wants to see you get upset. 400% cooked. We are not yet at 1,000 cooked for Hassan, but we are getting there, guys. The Hassan Piker is Cooked franchise, one of the greatest franchises on the internet. Thank you. He's at 490% cooked, I think. Well, because now Homeland Security has caught him in a lie. But anyways, so as I was saying, what was I saying? I was talking about something. Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen Gumball, it got canceled kind of like out of nowhere. The one day I wasn't home. I'm sorry, Emo. Emo, whenever Emo sees me, in Gothix's chat. She's like, yo, when you coming back? When are you streaming? Star Son, I need it. My little druggie. I love it. Thank you. But anyways, so I know, Sonny, you don't like that I'm drawing. Sonny! For fuck's sake. This is what I'm talking about. Just send a whale after him. Not just any whale.
A blue whale.
Thank you. I had no one to discuss nuts with. Exactly. No, you know what, Z Highness? You need to go on Twitter. Because under his Twitter, oh my God, there's so much discussion. Sonny, we need to have a discussion because what the fuck? Sun buns. I know. I've recorded next sonora is enough with the wholesome content. I need chaos. I have bills to pay. Oh my God. Oh my God. What was it? Someone commented on someone commented on the gumball video. It said, do you hear that? Do you hear that sound? That's the sound of cartoon commentary YouTubers' mortgages getting paid. But Hassan is the new Joe Rogan of the fuck he is. Star Son is so bopo. You stop that, Black Cat. Don't you derail me, ma'am. I know your game. Soon Hassan is going to get the Nick Fuentes treatment, aka no fly list. He's going to get there very soon. If he continues to lie about TSA, here's the thing people really don't understand. Airports are a private industry. They are not a right. People don't get this. People really don't get this. Just like how people don't understand driving is not a right. Hence why you're not allowed to walk on the highway. Because it is dangerous. There's no sidewalks there. That's the reason. And if you continue to show that you are going to have, what's the word I'm looking for? Not non-lighthearted. Right now we're in the non-lighthearted stage. If you continue to show that you are going to be a negative impact, that you could be a problem maker while you are in an airport, then they can just ban you, baby. And you can't do a single damn thing about it. I hated Hassan from the moment. I hated Hassan from the moment he went after Gothix. This was years ago. I was still her assistant. I hated all of them because Hassan mocked Gothix. Destiny at the time was still normal. Vosh, all of them. I take it personally when you go after my friend. So, yeah, I enjoy it on a very deep level to see him have his downfall. Reproduction shouldn't be a right. I don't agree with that, but I do understand the motive. But on a deeply personal level, I love that Vosh is having a downfall. I adore that Hassan is having a downfall. Dude watching Karens get no fly and body cam is my guilty pleasure for real. Yeah, but this was Z Highness. This was years ago. This is back when Gothix first had her come up. And she was doing a lot of debates and stuff. So this was a hot minute ago. Henny! Let me tell you something. Hassan is a joke. And he makes himself a joke. He says things that are verifiably untrue. I found my sushi. Let's fucking go. Sam wasn't a big fan of any of them, but when they attack Gothix and her crew. Exactly. You go after my friends, my family, all bets are off. I shall enjoy my snack with my tea. I already had my meals and my coffee beforehand. I made sure to wine and dine, but I am still getting, because at the event I had to shout a lot. So I'm still getting a little bit of a sore throat from that. Destiny was having a downfall. Yeah, you know, now, because I know at one point Destiny did start going after someone that I love, but I can't. Oh, it was BX Bullet. That was it. Destiny started crashing out over BX Bullet, and I was like, oh, fuck you. Obama meets family? How dare you, Your Highness? You're not familiar with Hassan. I am so jealous of you. Fluffy paws. Madam Star, you are my team. Ah! Thank you. Thank you. Ohana. I wanted to be a voice actor so bad, you know. I really did. It wasn't in the stars for me, but still. Frogan. I did not even know who Frogan was until Nux. But, oh. What a disgusting piece of shit. For real. Orion, stop that. Oh, I'm here all day. Autocorrect failed me. I'm drawing myself in my favorite little cardigan, even though it's too hot for me to wear it. I still want to have myself drawn in it at least. Oh, bunga! Oh my god. I am loving all the Nux references because now it's like I'm not alone. Muslim Gorlock! And wasn't the same weirdo who had an image of BX's daughter? Yes! He helped him! Destiny helped him! Oh. Hearts in the chat for After 40's daughter. Tell her she gonna do just fine in that art show. Twice nominated up and coming streamer of the year and still only has like 10 people in chat, I think, right? I was tempted to binge on junk food this morning. Do not do it. It is not worth it. The steak is so much better. Honestly, if somebody was going to offer me like the perfectly seared rare steak with just a little bit of salt and sugar and butter crisps, or they're going to offer me a bag of like Cheetos, or I'm taking the fucking steak. Oh, I want steak now. Damn it, Annie. Butter steak. Oh. Delicious. Worth it. Steak all day. Thank you very much. I know, Penny. Life is hard. Finished the night and I'm grieving. Yes. So here's a fun fact. I learned this from my boss. When you cook steak, guys, and you want to get a really good crisp skin while not overcooking it, when you sear it on the pan, make sure the pan is screaming hot, lay down butter, and when you season the actual steak, salt, pepper, and a tiny bit of sugar. Just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little. I love Destiny's reaction when he started realizing Trump had won. I know. Did you see Tim Pool? Okay, so the only reason I saw that was because of Nux. And I'm like, are you serious? What I love is I had one of those moments. We're not doing any of the lighthearted shit, but I'm going to get to it. I had one of those moments. Okay? Back in 2020 during the election, I was talking to my then boss at the mattress place about Biden and how like him and his followers were really hypocritical and da-da-da-da-da. And he was like, no, it isn't. I'm like, well, what about the whole you ain't black? And he's like, what are you talking about? That's a hoax. And I was like, no, it's not. He said it. Yeah, he said it like lightly off mic while he was joking with Kamala on stage. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's like, that's the you ain't black thing. I'm like, no, it wasn't. He said it point blank on camera, on mic, to a black man. Prove it. I pulled up the video. I showed it to him. He looks at me and goes, okay, so that's a one-off. Because he said, at the time he said that was Breitbart, because this is back when Breitbart was still, a big deal. He was like, that's some Breitbart fake news shit. That's made up. It's not real. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's real. And then I tried to tell him about, if you guys remember, it was a big deal at the time. That woman, so there were two women outside of a Biden rally in 2020. And there was a little boy out there who had a MAGA hat on and a sign. And these two women attacked the little boy. They attacked the little boy. They took his sign, ripped it up, and then took his hat, threw it over a fence, laughed at the little boy, mocked the little boy, threatened the little boy. He was like maybe 8. And then they tried to attack his mother. He said to me before I showed him that video, he goes, well, I'm sorry, but we're not violent. I'm sorry, what? He said, you people, the violent ones, Republicans and right-wingers. And I was like, your people attack little kids if it means that they're going against Trump. No, they don't. I showed him the video. He's like, that's a one-off. Hold on. Let me make sure I put that up there. Just in case anybody missed it. This is what Joe Biden said. If you problem with picking between me or Trump, then you ain't black. This is also very true. And it was well known the man was. But remember, it's Trump who has the ties to the triple you know what. So it's stuff like this that I had to deal with. So I've had moments like that. And if you listened to Adam was sitting there saying, but starts on Poe, oh, trust me, I hear it all the time. Tim Pool flipped out on the guy for still believing in the good people. That was Adam. That was Adam ruins everything. Because, and the funniest thing is, Silvar, did you hear what he said? At first, he was so confident with that smug little look on his face. He was so confident in what he believed, right? And then when Tim showed him the actual truth, he was like, well, I don't obsess like you people do. What the fuck are you talking about? You're the one picketing. You post all the time. Why are you lying? Why are you coping so hard? Just admit you were wrong, but he can't. Adam loves to feel like he knows more without, and I used to love his show. Let me tell you something. I loved Adam Ruins Everything because I like the truth. Yes, Biden supporters have tried to run over Trump supporters. My manager hates Trump. The owner loves him. Thank God I work with him. Right. God, Linda, that's scary. $6 billion worth of one-offs. Right. It's always a one-off, guys. It's always a one-off. Adam Conover has always been the douchey and smug the exact same way as, yes. Yes. Exactly. And they act like they're not. Did you use an auto pen? Yo, that one's getting big. Well, okay, before we go further on this, excuse me, let's go back to the gumball topic and the Vivzy Pop topic, because I got a lot of artists, got a lot of indie animators in this chat. How do you guys feel about the hell of a has-been crossover and the announcement? Because I think I have a controversial opinion. I really do. A lot of people were very upset at the idea. But you can't say anything about Biden because he has cancer. Fuck that. Look, here's what I will say. This is starts on PSA, right? As the party of logic, reason, and accountability, we cannot do what the left did and celebrate the man having cancer. Because then we are just as bad as they were at the idea of him getting assassinated. Okay? Okay. So we've put that fact. Let's take it, put it to the side. That being said, we also, it's what a lot of us have been waiting for. Don't beat me to it, Albatross. Let me get there. That being said, one, this is one of the reasons the reply to this has been so weird is because, and I'm gonna get back to the because I want to get this out the way because I gotta get it off my head now. Orion, leave the kittens alone. None of us are surprised at this because we all knew something was wrong. We have known something was wrong with Biden for the last 2 years. What we're mad about is that they were willing to put him back in office again because they knew he would not live. And they wanted Kamala to be president. So think about that. That's election fraud. That is lying to the American people. But we're also not going to sit there and pretend that, like, you know, oh, we feel so bad. In some ways we do. Dear God, she has more kittens. No, it's the same ones from before. I did get offered 2 new litters, though. Side note, I have been offered 2 litters already. One of them were bottle babies. Bottle babies. You know I wouldn't have had an easy time giving those up. Almost wheelchair bound. Yes. Notice how often we did not see him. We almost never saw Biden over the last 2 years. And whenever they did have him out, he'd be weird. He'd be fumbling. Because do you have any idea what my mother was only 65, guys, and she hadn't even gone through chemo. And my mother could barely talk, walk. When the cancer started moving through her, bro, she was a lump. You have no idea how quickly it would just take someone over. Corn pop. And that's why we know they knew. We know they knew. Sees kittens, shoves them in titties, runs away. I very purposely told them no. Because I cannot afford it right now. I cannot afford even the idea of rescuing a single other cat. Anyone wants me to rescue, you guys start donating to the Star Son Needs Money clause. I'll rescue all the animals you want. But right now, this is not happening. But anyways, I want to get that off my chest. Now, back to the Hell of a Boss and Has Been Hotel thing. I am so thrilled that they're doing this. Because my controversial take is, I love that they're going to be doing the whole release schedule. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Hell of a Boss will now, when it comes out, right, when they're doing it, it's going to come out first on Amazon Prime. And you'll have to use it, for that. And then, if you want to watch it for free on YouTube, all you got to do is wait a month. That's it. So, in 1 month from when it uploads on Prime, you can then watch it for free on YouTube. People are mad about this. People are upset about this. I want Angels to I want all 7 deadly sins in the same room. That's what I want. I want to have something where Imp works with Alistair. I want to see cool shit like that. I want to see characters that made it into hell after dealing with Imp make deals or even go into the hotel to try to redeem themselves. That's what I want. This is the shit that I'm looking forward to. People are mad about that. They feel she sold out. Mind you, here's the deal. She still has creative license over everything. She still calls the shots. Everything is hers. Everything goes through her. There's no time where Amazon's going to tell her what she can and cannot do. The only stipulation is, obviously, licensing, which will make it a little more difficult. I usually don't care about streaming, but it's been considering Prime for a while. I just think it's a smart idea, and Prime does a lot of good stuff. And I will tell you this, between Netflix doing it for Digital Circus, Alistair working with Imp would be interesting, but if it's up to Vivzy, write it. I don't think it's going to be all that right. That's true. That is not an untrue statement. I will say this, I still genuinely just do not enjoy. I hate that it's now just a twink romance, and it's not even a good twink romance. Like, there's nothing about Stolas and Blitz as a couple that makes sense to me in the real world. I hate the retcon of them knowing each other as kids. I think it's so dumb. It is illogical. It doesn't make any sense. I've been finishing House MD. Maybe I'll catch up on Hell of a Boss. There's just so much that there's a lot. But that being said, dropped Netflix a while ago. Traded Netflix. I get Netflix for free through my cell phone, so I don't have to worry about it. My cell phone pays for it. Bad yaoi, I'm there. I just don't enjoy yaoi. I have now come to the point where I don't enjoy yaoi or yuri in any way, shape, or form. I just don't. I'm getting to the point where it's just unenjoyable. It's always cringe. It's never fun. It's always like just everything about Stolitz is fan service in the most gross way. You know how much joy it brought me when they crashed the fuck out. I hate when we're supposed to feel sorry for Stolas picking Blitz over his daughter. I personally don't know why we've got to feel. How do I put it? I don't know why we're supposed to feel things for Stolas and Blitz. I don't know why we're supposed to feel sorry for Blitz. Like there's numerous things that I don't, because I'm a sad single Pringle. Okay, so read hetero stuff. Read wholesome hetero love. How pissed I got when it was all brush on. Right. Stolas can fuck. No, you know what? I saw something similar in an anime my husband and I recently watched called Kotura-san. It's on, I think, Crunchyroll. Okay? If I'm gonna warn you right now, it's spoilers ahead, but I want to spoil it for you because seriously, what the fuck? Do my eyes dare deceive me? Was hello, Bubblito, Sunny, for fuck's sake. Hetero stuff is boring. No. What different? Okay, you need to explain that, because let me ask you something. Besides the fact that it's two penises involved, what exactly makes it more boring? Because the only difference you're talking about here is that it's entirely too sexualized. Like there's no time for normal people shit, and it's two dudes boinking. See, this is where I don't, and I love you, Hunty. This is not a personal attack. I really hate the yaoi fangirls that are like, I would love this more if it was two guys. I would love those characters if they were gay. Why? What the fuck is the point? Why does that matter? What makes it enjoyable? There's nothing more enjoyable about it. And the thing is, on top of that, if you are fucking right now, ma'am, I will hurt you. I swear, if you're doing this just to get a Star Song crash out, I'm stopping right now. I will not give you your toy. Because they'll need to avoid spoilers for a month, but I would also... I mean... But that's the same thing if you're gonna do... I was kidding. I hate you! She did it on purpose! She did it to crash me out! How dare she! Yo, I hear this a lot. I've been hearing this a lot. Do you need smut recommendations? Hunty did it on purpose. I have fallen for another Star Song crash out trap. I hate you all. Cherry magic? Why don't I trust this? Yo, Black Cat is calling her out. Black Cat is... But you know what? We can't take what Black Cat says seriously because she's all about the chaos. But anyways, back to what I was saying. A lot of these people, like with Hell of a Boss and all of them, they just want to see the twinks. Like, look how many people want Alistair and whatchamacallit to be in love. Oh, that's what I was getting at. I got so lost. Can we just admit that shippers are always the most toxic of fans? Silvar, put that on a shirt. Yes. I honestly hate romance. When I see it in a show, I either skip. See, romance is what makes it fun for me. I just really enjoy watching romance. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to have to see that later. Thank you, Bublito. But anyways, Starman found this anime for me. And again, this is going to be spoilers ahead for Kotor-san. Okay. And what it is that it's this girl who's a psychic. And because she's a psychic, her mom abandons her, and she's had a really hard life, and da-da-da-da. And long story short, she meets this guy who falls in love with her pretty much at first sight. And number one, raise your hand if you are tired of the pervy grandpa trope in anime. And I don't mean pervy grandpa as in the grandpa finds his granddaughter's friends cute. We're talking the pervy grandpa trope where the grandpa is getting pervy with his own granddaughter. Can we leave that? Can we get rid of that trope? Can we stop thinking this is funny? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't like it. It's not funny, Japan. Can we stop? Can we stop? This is the most woke. This is the most woke you'll see me. Can we please? Can we yes, thank you. Thank you. The Legion of Ews. It made me like literally he's sitting there, and because she can read what these guys are saying in their heads. And literally the grandpa is at first treating her like, oh, so Alabama, right? Like, oh, this is my granddaughter. Why don't you come sit on grandpa's lap? I'll comfort you like I did when you were a little kid. In his head, he's thinking, ooh, my granddaughter's thighs. Why? Why? I don't know. Ew. So that was the first thing. See, at least with Master Roshi, Quiet Chris, he's only perverted to people that's not related to him. He's never doing it to like his kid. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just nasty. Good. That is amazing. Need to hear that. Want to hear that. Because, well, I'm getting there. It's Kotor-san. So, and if any of you thought I said Clitoris-san, do not feel bad. That's why I jokingly call it to Starman. Because It would mess. That's what I thought he was saying every time he said we're going to turn it on. But anyways, so long story short, she meets this guy. He falls in love with her. Well, apparently there was another girl in the school. Yamiru! Kudasai! This guy had another girl that had a crush on him. Okay. So prepare for the literal retardation. Prepare for it, because when I tell you guys, you think Steven Universe has a hard time not forgiving a villain. Wait. Just you wait. This girl got so mad that he fell in love with Kotura-san. No, not Kotaro, Kotura-san. Not any better. He was being perverted with Bulma when she was 16. True, but also back then, that was not considered as bad. While I don't agree with it, 16 was allowed and it was legal in Japan. So that's why there was a lot of romances from back in that time of teachers and students, because it was completely legal to do. Prepare for trouble, make it double. So Yaoi is BL. Stop it. But anyway, so she doesn't like that he doesn't pay attention to her and he loves Kotora-san, right? She's mad about this. Anyone want to take a guess? I'm going to give you multiple choice what you think she did. I'm going to give you 3 horrible ideas on what you think she did. 2 out of 3 of them are true. Did she, 1, find out about Kotora's psychic abilities and go up to Kotora and say horrible, disgusting things to an already mentally insecure person, make her sick to her stomach and make her want to leave school? Did she, 2, convince a bunch of gigantic guys to go and beat up the male lead within an inch of his life to teach him a lesson? Or did she, 3, hire guys to try and grape Kotora? Take a guess. Which of the 2 things that I just gave you are what she did? BL is wholesome. The fuck it is. Yeah, legal is 16 still in most states, which is true. And the reason why it is because of the ability for a 16-year-old to emancipate themselves. Yes, you think she did all 3. She did not do all 3. 2 and 3, 1 and 3, 2 and 2. The only thing she didn't do was the grape. The only thing she didn't do was the grape. But here's the best part. Within an episode, she is forgiven. And not only forgiven, she is welcomed into the friend group and becomes best friends. Mind you, this is after the male lead literally had to go into the hospital. He was beaten so severely that he was out for like 2 months. And the female lead, Kotora, still forgives her. Welcomes her with open arms. After being psychologically damaged by this girl. Oh, see, it ticked me off too, but I thought maybe, you know what, she is a teenager. Maybe this is just, the one-off. It was not a one-off. It was not a one-off. Because you see, it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. Then we have a police officer. I'm avoiding the show now, thanks. Yes, because I'm gonna tell you the rest of it. It gets better. Kotora's mother knew she had the psychic abilities, abandoned her daughter, psychologically abused this girl, At the end of the show, she just randomly starts showing back up and is just immediately forgiven. Just like nothing's wrong. This girl welcomes the mother into her house, cooks for her, cleans for her, everything. She only yells at her a little bit, and that's it. There is no penitence. There is no working up to it. But then this was the one where I truly wrote off the show and only finished it. Oh yeah, the mom was terrible. She literally says to her daughter, "I'm disgusted with you. You never should have been born." And then later, the reason why Kotora forgives her is because as she's reading her mind, she realizes as her mother walked away, her mother was saying in her head, "I'm sorry, your mother is so weak. This is all I can do for you." Shut the fuck up. It gets better. I'll make an OC for you in my universe. Ooh, thank you, NT War Machine. I'll have to dump a bunch of lore onto you if you want me to. Do whatever you want. The joy of irrational character motivation and plot devices. It gets better, though, okay? Okay? It gets better. Because you get to choose peace. I watched it so you don't have to, kids. Isn't that the phrase that they say? I watched it so you don't have to. So everything's going great. The show had kind of balanced out. This was between the male lead getting bludgeoned. And during all this time, they're doing a lot of character building. You got a little bit of backstory. As Kotora is walking around the general mall, she sees in her head someone beating the shit out of a girl. And it's so visceral and so scary, she collapses in the middle of the street. They find out there is this person going around and cracking open the skulls of teenage girls. Shut up, Hunty! This person's going around and nearly killing teenagers. So you don't have to cope for watching trash. This is absolutely a cope. So, comes to find out that the cop that was covering the case has multiple personalities. And voice of the people! That'll teach you to overcook dinner. So you find out the cop, the detective that was interrogating everyone, has multiple personalities, and it's her other personality that was doing it. But you ready for this? Here's the thing, because there's a lot of inconsistencies. In one part of the show, Kotora could hear a truck driver's voice in his head from over 40 yards away as he nearly broke through a red light. Okay? So let's start with that. But standing right in front of her, she couldn't hear the second personality's voice in the back of the detective's head. However, when the detective's other personality came out, she could somehow hear the detective's personality calling out it. But here's the best part. So once the detective is caught, she tries to kill Kotora, fails, and everything is revealed. Does anyone want to take a gander, take a guess, take an idea? Anyone want to think about how they handled this cop? Does anyone want to take a guess? If you think that her partner and everyone else that found out she did it would arrest her and charge her, nope. They just patted her on the shoulder and said, "Oh, you could have come to us." Guys, when I tell you, Starman was sitting next to me. We were both in silence. He went, "What?" He turned to me. My jaw was just, I was like a hug and a steam bun. Yes! I'm revving up the short bus now. Yes! What in the retardation? I was like, Ah! And then not an episode later, we forgive the emotionally abusive mom. And I'm like, what's going on here? Did they go to the Rebecca Sugar School of Redemption? Like, what is going on? Why? Why is there literally no culpability? There was a dozen girls in the hospital with brain damage over this person, but they were like, you silly thing. Why? Hunty acting like she don't like angst. So it's like, I hate unearned shit. And I hate when they put you in this position and you watch this and they're feeding it like, yes, you're going to feel bad for these characters. Don't you feel bad for her that the guy she was in love with didn't love her back? And so for years, she's been waiting for this. No. No, I don't. I don't feel bad at all. Don't you feel bad that she's got multiple personalities? And the only reason the other personality is beating up on the little girls was out of frustration for work. That's it. No other reason. No angsty backstory, no bullying, nothing. Just, I don't like how happy those children are. When I'm not happy, I want to kill them. That was it. That was it. That sounds highly debatable with a lot of audacity to judge Star. I am not allowed to be judged on this because I did not expect it. I was expecting a romance where a guy breaks through an emotionally abused girl's walls. They fall in love, and that's what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for all that. I didn't sign up for all that. That isn't what I wanted. The problem is NT War Machine, and this is something that someone said about Vivzy Pop. I don't remember which. Sometimes I let my YouTube just go on its own. Someone said this, and it's so true. When I know they are emo. I know, baby. It's people writing for these really big moments they imagine in their head. See, Linda's an author, so I know she'll know what I'm talking about with this. There's times where when you're writing a story, you're imagining something, you see the scene, and there's a really cool scene, a really cool moment where the dialogue is perfect and everything's flowing and it seems all great. And so people will write for those moments and they'll barely string them together. So she's progressive. Damn, Silvar, I love that. A lot of people say that that's how Rebecca Sugar, that's how whatchamacallit. I'm guessing that somebody threw up on you, Chaco. Yeah, sometimes that scene seems so amazing, and then you realize as you try to write for it, it is illogical. It is illogical to your story, so sometimes you got to toss a scene out. Right. None of them are earned. They are told. You're told about how much they love each other. You're told about how much they care about each other. You're told about this big important thing, but you never see the earned. You're really good at making those big emotional moments, but I feel nothing for them because I don't know who these characters are. There have been animes where I am only an hour in. I'm in the first episode and I'm in 6 minutes in, and I'm already emotionally tied to this character. I want to see them succeed. And then there's been animes I've watched where I go through the entire fucking series and I'm like, I don't care if this person succeeds. Show, don't tell. Exactly. And this is the problem that we're facing. Penny. This is the problem that we're facing in these stories. I always question my plot because you're an author and you're a good author. That's why. And it's like the problem with it is that I get it. You love these characters. I get it. You want others to love these characters because you love these characters. I 100% get that. Like, you want everyone to see your characters and love them and enjoy the story and da 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 da. And I get that. I really, really do. There's something drama ho that tried to profit off of VTubers' cancer. What? Like what we just met the man. Like there's a lot of things like that where it happens and you're like, why am I supposed to care about this? Why am I supposed to care about this character? Why am I supposed to care about what's happening to this character? Why am I even privy to this? Like there's sometimes where you see it in these shows where my first question is, why is this even happening to this character so early in this? This doesn't feel important. As part of that was because I matured as a person, how would the audience react to this? Right. Like, it's just so many times where I'll sit there and I want to enjoy the show. I want to enjoy the story. I want to enjoy what they're doing, but it just is illogical on every level. I know, Penny. I said the same thing. How did I manage to make my titties look so small? Topaz dragged me here. What we yapping about today? We are yapping about horrible storytelling. And, that it's really hard to support these indie creators when they put these situations upon us and we're supposed to care about these characters that we have zero connection to. Which is a major problem that I feel is happening. And I do worry about that with Vivzy Pop. I don't know if she's ever going to get out of that. Like, everyone complains about the swearing. I'm sorry, but the swearing is the least problematic part of her writing. Zuko is tragic. Azula is better. No, Azula's not. But Azula is an intriguing character, and she is really good opposed, opposite of Zuko in that, because it makes you want to root for Zuko more because he has that opposition. There's it's just a lot. Got a podcast interview coming soon talking about strong leadership in politics. See, I'm getting to the politics conversation soon. That is the next thing. Don't tell me this is already dead. Nope, it's not. We need OG cast for real. For real. I got better in call. The swearing and poor comedy is the least of the issues. Azula is a really fun character. As an evil character, she is fun. She isn't just evil. She is fun to watch. It's fun to watch her succeed. It's fun to watch her fail. It's fun to hate her. A lot about Azula is just fun to watch. Oh, Jay, I heard they were changing the voices to match the ethnicity. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because, of course, you can't just, Hello, Sunny. Yes, hello, Sunny. Well, that was short-lived. I like the last episode of Helva they made. So tragic that Millie's pregnant. Yeah, the thing is, again, this is something where Millie, they really just... They've never given a reason why Millie would be upset about being pregnant. Like... Jet was cool. Jet. Yes, Jet. Jet is dead, as far as I'm aware. They kill him. This boy, mind you guys, he has all day to try and cuddle with me. All day. I think it was just a final nail, like, oh, we don't need her. And see, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to be doing with that. Like, the Millie thing is so weird. I will say this. Oh, I loved the way they announced that. The way they announced the Hell of a Boss and everything combining with Has-Been, it's gonna be really good. A lot of what's happening may get some answers about Fed involvement in J6 too. Oh, there's apparently, we're gonna get to that. Apparently, it has been revealed that during January 6th, there's proof that Nancy Pelosi was already in Washington, D.C. with her daughter recording a documentary about the riots of January 6th. When nobody knew they were going to happen? You're my best friend, bitch. Bitch, since when? I know. Like, it sort of, here's the only time, there's only 2 times, maybe 3, where I can point out Millie being Blitz's bestie. But again, it's really sad that it was only in one of the shorts. The shorts where that cat girl gets killed, he's on the phone with Millie, talking about how he's not going to save her like he usually does when Moxie wants to watch his musicals, that she's going to have to take the one for the team this time. So, like, you know, the two of them the bonding over not liking what Moxie likes, cool. That was a little taste. But it's like, again, they gave us a teeny tiny taste and figured, good, that's enough. They shouldn't question anything now. And then, obviously, all the times where they put a thanks, boss. Good job, Mills, because he was always like really uplifting and proud of Millie. So I guess that was their way of saying, see, look how happy he's so nice to her. That's the only thing I can think of, because why else? Why else? There's nothing else. She only sort of is bestie because she's the one that puts up with the shit the most. Exactly. Is that basically every episode has to have sexual acts? No, my problem is Vivzie has, and I don't know why, because she's got a healthy married family. Vivzie has to always make some kind of conflict with a father figure. Always. Look at all of her characters. Charlie is the most developed female character she has. And we really don't know that much about Charlie. Like, it's stuff like that. But he's like that with Luna too. But that's because Luna's his kid. And with Luna, he's more like, oh, honey, I love you. Ooh, woo. Also, Luna has so much potential. Seeing how she can fight and use the damn grimoire, but it's just left behind its uwu baby. Vivzie secretly... No, I think secretly that she is worried. I think she secretly is worried about her daddy leaving her. Because no matter what, it's all redemption for dads. No matter how terrible they are. Because all the dads are kind of shitty. But she always paints it in a, he had to be that way. So I don't know if it's a kink or if it is a reaction. But she's got daddy issues. She only writes daddy issues. I know, I've had to, like, I'm trying to scoot him that way slowly. You guys can't tell. Nope, I know what I'm going to put on there. I'm changing it up with one of my characters where his dad is the one that accepts him for being gay, but mom is a hard ass about it. Because it feels like the other way around is... Yeah, they always paint it. Dear God, I can never forget Moxie. Moxie is the most fumbled character in that show, in my opinion. Oh my God, they fucked him up so much. They've made him such a weak little soy boy for no reason. Moxie was this, like, what I loved about Moxie in the very beginning was he was a very, like, technically physically weak character, but a very emotionally strong character who was very dedicated husband and, you know, good at his job and held people in check. And now he's just some weak little soy boy who, of course, he's gonna be bisexual. He can't be straight. Just all this shit. I can't take any of it. But I tend to not give my characters parents, period. Yeah, I just don't have the time to build that backstory. Like, we know their parents existed, but is it really that important? But I have complained about cartoons long enough. I am very excited for Gumball to come back. Now, that being said, there's no easy way to jump into this conversation, so let's just do it. Who else does not give a single shit about what Shiloh said? That woman that... And here's why I don't give a shit. It is not that I think it's appropriate. No, I think what she did was wrong. I think what she did was wrong. You don't yell at kids like that. You don't sling adult insults at little kids. You just don't do it. You find their parent and you say something to them. That's first of all. But who's with me in not giving a shit that she's making money? Because I don't care. I just don't care. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's the white lady in Minnesota or Wisconsin. It's one of the Midwest states. Where she was at a kid's playground. And while she was there, a little boy who was black went through her bag. And the only thing we know is that she said the N-word. We have no idea if she said it to the child, if she said it angrily while going and grabbing her bag and her kid, or if she said it under her breath. No one actually knows. Because she was leaving the park when this all happened. Okay? She was leaving the park. And the pedophile that was there at the park by himself with no kids of his own picked up his phone and started recording her. Another thing is how Vivzy portrays straight women being cheated on as psychos. Right! Damn, she put me right back in. Yes. Mary, say it again. But my point is, Bubs, even though I don't agree with, because at the end of the day, you don't pull for perfect strangers. You don't pull insults at little children. I don't agree with what she did. But then for the public to come out and threaten her life, there are people who literally, as the kids say, fix their mouths to threaten the life of her child. She never laid a hand on that kid. She didn't chase after him. She did not continue to berate him. Go ahead, Penny, come up. Come on. All she did was say one thing. Natanya, there you go. Hold on. Let me just highlight this. If people hadn't gotten on their little white horse and tried to white knight this situation, do you know it never would? Ma'am, not you too. You stay right there on my butt. Thank you. If they had left it alone and not said a fucking word, none of this would have happened. None of this would have happened. And come on, get back up here. The kid was going through her purse. I'm getting there, anti-war machine, because we're going there next. I believe, because again, yeah, there were some nasty comments on her Give, Send, Go. Yes, there were. The fact that nobody's going after the pedo bothers me too. They're trying to claim that it wasn't true, even though he stated on his own. Yep. He stated on his own in one of the comments on the videos he posted that, yeah, he had been with an underage woman, girl. Okay. I did not. I seen clips of it. But here's the thing. I'm going to keep that up there. People are saying you can't compare it to the Carmelo Anthony situation. And in a way, they are right. They are right. Because the two crimes are completely dissimilar. They are opposite in every way. So why are we calling a small child a bad word a valuable enough crime to destroy a woman's life, threaten her children's lives, and upend everything she knows? But when a boy kills another boy in cold blood, we celebrate him and give him $1 million. Somebody explain it to me. Somebody explain it to me, because it doesn't make any sense. You got mad at this woman and you decided to make her famous and ruin her whole life because you didn't like a word she said. But you think everyone is in the wrong for condemning Carmelo Anthony. And if you go and you look at those comments on that Give, Send, Go for Carmelo Anthony before Give, Send, Go took him down, almost all of them are calling for the death of the caucus. And there is literally dozens of videos of people saying this. So am I upset that she made money? No, because when you all raised money for a child who murdered another child and you congratulated him for it. And the thing is, they're trying to claim self-defense. Miss me with that shit. There's so many people. This is Kyle Rittenhouse all over again. There are people still to this day that believe Kyle Rittenhouse spun around, got down on one knee, and just unloaded a gun into a group of black people for no reason. There are still people to this day that believe that. There was a man who claimed there was a video about the whole thing. He got up, they proved later he was a liar. He was not involved at all. He just wanted 15 minutes of fame and attention, okay? They tried to claim that Austin Metcalf was a bully and had been attacking him at school. The kids don't even go to the same fucking school. This boy, Carmelo, had a history of violence and bringing sharp weapons to school. He had been suspended. Exactly, Natanya. They were all white, and two of them were sexual predators. Yeah. The bald one that chased him around with the bag. Yeah, that guy he'd been a diddler. So imagine me caring about a guy like that dying. Like, the kid wasn't supposed. He had been banned from the track meet. Why did he be banned from the track meet? Because he had been bringing weapons to school, so he was already in trouble. It was raining. He went under the wrong school's tent, and he was told to leave. He didn't want to. And so when he was told to again, he didn't de-escalate. He escalated the situation. He said, touch me and see what happens. And then when was pushed, they turned around. He turned around, grabbed a knife out of his bag, and just stabbed a kid. So, miss me with that. I feared for my life. The fuck you did. Exactly, Myriad. He wasn't supposed to be there. White people always bad. Exactly, Silvar. He wasn't supposed to be there. And I've got literally people when I state those facts saying, well, that's your opinion. It's not a fucking opinion. That's what happened. And the irony of it all is that Austin's dad, this is the cruelest thing of all. Austin's dad went to a press conference that Carmelo's family was having. He stood in the back of the room, his arm in a sling because he apparently hurt his arm, and said nothing. And Carmelo's defense team got upset and they kicked him out. Now, what do you think that Austin's dad did? Do you think he stabbed anybody? Do you think he attacked anybody? He left without argument, without incident. And if you saw the comments and the videos, they chased him off. Hypocrites. And they went and they bought a new house. So miss me with all of this. The dad may be a massive cuck, but by doing that, he definitely did some character assassination right then. Brodus one, I don't agree with how Austin Metcalf's dad has been handling it. I don't know if it's a cuck or a far kinder Christian than me. But either way, they took his child from him. They took his child from him. Yes. And Austin's family is getting more attacked. People are praising Carmelo. I think Sonny is out like a light. Let me see something. Like, bro, his poor dad went through so much. Like, the dad forgave the kid, yet everyone is still after him. Exactly. Exactly. It's just disgusting all around. It's disgusting all around. The fact that he raised enough money like that just grosses me out. It all grosses me out. I think Metcalf has been perfect because his pacifism makes him look even worse. That's exactly my point. It's the only reason why I'm okay with what he's been doing. Far better Christian than me, not gonna lie, because I crashed the fuck out. Same. I wouldn't be able to handle it. You killed my child over your mistake? Mm-mm. I know, because I know what my father would have done. My father did more over less. I got that feel-good ink giggle. Is my laugh good? I can't tell. All I know is whole entire situation stinks. It stinks to high heaven. It smells rotten as fuck. I've hated GFM since they tried to eat. It wasn't even GoFundMe. This is Give, Send, Go. It's Give, Send, Go. Starson came and held the range bait. God bless anyone that intentionally does it wrong. Emo, you sometimes read me really well. I understand the kind of person that I am. And I'm not ashamed of it. God made me a warrior, and by God, I'll be a warrior. Like, if you took my kid, my pride and joy, my villain arc has started, right? Makes me feel icky that the parents bought a new house with the money, like knowing what that right. Because they thought their kid was in the right. They made the masses are filled with demons, how they right. And that's why I feel what happened with Shiloh. I hope it's a lesson to everyone. Hi, Shade of the Night. I want the money Shiloh got to be a big, fat, giant fuck you to the cancel mob. I really want it to be that, because, like, for me, What it felt to me was Shiloh, not with Carmelo. Who remembers my Asian talk drama? Y'all remember that? Where people threatened my life, tried to find out my job, tried to dox me. What's all this then? Hello, Pluribus. You guys remember all that? Where they essentially tried to ruin my life because I called out a bunch of Asians for being giant fucking bullies over someone not liking their food. Hello, Esteban. Does anyone remember that? That's some Star Son lore. What happened with Shiloh felt really, really reminiscent. And I didn't even do a GoFundMe. Why? Because I copied everything. You rewatched that video recently? Every once in a while, when I want to feel really proud of myself, I watch it. Oh, the Shiloh thing inadvertently became a cancel culture coffin. Right. Right. Oh, yeah, they definitely... You know how I would respond? I remember that. Because what I loved is when they thought... They felt so powerful. They felt so powerful because they thought that I had no audience and that I wouldn't get any attention. Because all of them forgot YouTube was a platform. And the moment they realized that I was going to make some... Sorry, my internet bucked for a minute, guys. What are you doing? No. I don't want to see any of that. No. But yeah, once they thought that they could bully me, they loved it. You guys can hear me again, right? Everyone riot chaos. You can hear me, right? If you guys can see it, what Silvar is saying, that's what I've been feeling. But I do believe part of it is because they're trying to distract that Trump is actually doing a good job. Because my next topic is the tariffs, which people have been fighting me on, but we're going to get there. But, oh yeah, because I remember I became their little Voldemort for a while. They wouldn't even mention my name. They wouldn't even say my name out loud, guys. Because whenever people try to cancel me, I just double down. Because if you're trying to cancel me because I called you out for your bullshit, that means you don't like that I was right and you were wrong. Dog and arm, one finger typing, right? And that's what they didn't like. That's what they didn't like about me. So that one girl teen made you video calling you to get, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I scared the shit out of that little bitch, didn't I? And it didn't even take much. She was so dumb with her own information. Thanks for that, by the way, Bubs. It did not take much to scare that bitch. So Bubs sent me this link, and it was hilarious. Because it's not real. It's not a real link. It is an old link that if you clicked on it on Facebook, it would redirect you to your own Facebook. But it made people think that you were doxxed. I have a tariff meme. But it was beautiful. So there was literally nothing illegal done. Stars on the uncancelable. I had to cancel myself for it. Shade of the night. Have a good night, honey. But it's just, you know. And then again, when it comes to the art stuff, like you guys remember when I got the I think it's like 38 million now. It's gotten several other million interactions in the last 2 years since it happened. The art Twitter drama. Just the only reason I ever stopped getting any kind of attention is because I myself let it drop. No one canceled me. I canceled myself. Here's my thing, Silvar. What I love about the tariff thing is it was going exactly how Trump said it would. You know, that's why I find it so funny. Everyone's like, it's causing a collapse. This is literally the collapse that we were told was going to happen. Like, we were told this was going to happen. We knew this was going to happen. What are you all talking about? Back at my sister's place. I'm going to leave this open. Might come back on. Well, I hope you have fun. Well, partial Lord up. Whatchamacalls it. We were told it would be an uncomfortable period of time. Guys, he's only been in office since January. That's it. Let's count the months. If we are in the 5th month and he didn't get inaugurated until January 21st, my mother's birthday, that is only 4 months in office. Read! Karis, read! Exactly. I want you to think about that, guys. It was only a short... We had worse time with Biden. We had years of these problems. The same kind of economic downfall. The same kind of crashes. The same kind of crash. Yes, the collapse that happened during the lockdowns. Yes, Mariette, thank you. It ain't even been a half year. You disagree with the tariffs, and that is fine, Esteban. But the problem is they're working. Him doing the tariffs got Apple and NVIDIA to agree to open production lines here in America. I know very little about the tariff stuff, but it seems for a long time we've been getting too short of the end of the stick, right? Because the thing is, they're like, well, you don't understand how tariffs are. No, I understand completely that when a tariff is invoked, it is the American payer, the American consumer that takes on the tariff. I got that part of it. I understand that part of it completely. Someone's complaining we're going into a recession. Bitch, we've been going in for 5 years. I don't think they're working, but they are. The gas is down. China relented on all of their tariffs. Israel's dropped all of theirs. Mexico's dropped all of theirs. England's dropped all of theirs. France dropped all of theirs. Portugal dropped all of theirs. Germany dropped all of theirs. Spain dropped all of theirs. Canada's still holding strong for now. South Korea dropped all of theirs. I think they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Because the problem is a lot of people don't realize America is the #1 consumer in the world. And that is purely because of the numbers. That is the numbers. We have the most people with that kind of money in the world. Yes, technically China and Russia have a lot more citizens. I think, and India. But most of them are not above the poverty line. Exactly. Myriad just put it. Hold on. It used to cost me between $40 and $45 to fill my tank. It now can get filled on $25. If I made a factory in America, what would I make? What used to cost me up to $45 now only costs me $25 to $30. That's really good. if your gas isn't dropping, you need to check what's going on with your local whatchamacallit. I don't know if I should draw the animal. This is the only reason I haven't lined this yet. I'm trying to decide if I want to draw some of the animals in this. I'm not putting tariffs in there if they're going to take them away. Because what it does is it shows that. So, all right. A lot of people ask that, but here's why. Because what it does is it puts a squeeze. Okay? To put it plainly, China believed there's no way the American consumer would. Will you make me Dubai chocolate? I haven't made myself Dubai chocolate, so no. China believed they had the American public in a chokehold. And a lot of these countries did also. So they believed they never had to fix, their tariffs. We were tariffed so much, and here's why that's a problem. So that meant anything that we sold to China would be less likely to be bought. So we never had any exports going out. So it was damaging our people. And then on top of that, because they were doing dirt cheap, right? We were not doing reciprocal tariffs. So they were undercutting us by having cheap labor, having slave labor, and having cheaper costs because their products were made cheaper and not as quality in many ways when they're mass purchased. They were taking away that from the American factories. So what you're doing is you're incentivizing American companies to put most of that cost overseas because it's not costing them as much. They don't have to follow the American rules. They don't have to follow the American laws. They don't have to pay the American wages. They don't have to worry about the safety. They don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So you've got people selling goods in America and making heaps and heaps of profits. But they're manufacturing them on a. I'm cutting out. Can you hear me? Hold on, it went default to different. Did everyone hear me fine before, or was it just Hunty cutting out? No, my signal's strong. I've got all bars on my signal. It's not my signal either. And some people I'm not cutting out for at all. You might have to refresh the stream if you're getting that, guys. Yeah, it pushed my mic. How do I sound now, guys? Sounds bad now? Testing, testing. How does it sound? Let me know. How does it sound? Mixed quality, of course. Now, Hunty, you might have to refresh the stream. You sound great as usual. Look at quiet, Christine. All sweet. Now sounds weird. Oh, can't win for losing. Anyways, here's the other part of that, guys. Do you know how many goods are technically made in America, but they're sent overseas for the cheaper processing and then sent back here to back? This is the same mic, honey. I'm using the quadcast mic. I think this is your stream. I think it was just you guys. I messed up for nothing. But anyways, So what happened is a lot of times, let's say you have a flounder farm here in America, right? You have a farm that's raising flounder. What they would do is the farm here in America would take the flounder and then they'd send it over to China. And in China, they would then process the fish, cut it up, gut it, all of that, and then send the frozen flounder cutlet back to America to then be bagged and processed. That's just one example. So why tariffs work is that is no longer cheap for the American manufacturer. That is no longer an affordable option. And the problem is, what happens when we do that? We crash out the Chinese economy. Because China was very confident they were going to get their money from us either way. Oh my God. Guys. China was confident they were going to get their money from us either way. What is going on here? No, I did not want to click on MSN. Stop it. I don't like how American companies rely on China to make things. I'm not sure if those American companies will care. They will care because at the end of the day, it's their bottom dollar. And the thing is, if you don't have the opportunity to make that cheaper product, you have no choice. You have to find it. And that's why Trump raised the tariffs everywhere. He forced them. When you bottleneck them like that, you have now stars and I'm stealing one. Listen, I may have 17, but you can't have any of them. That's what you guys are not understanding. What Trump did was he did the chokehold back. I work for a book manufacturing company. When we shipped to Canada, the cost was unbelievable. Exactly. There appears to be because I am sitting here and not giving them my undivided attention. They will come and do this. That's why I often sit at the desk and just play video games, because drawing is impossible. But with video games, I can balance them in my arms while I play. But I digress. So this is why when you see this happening, that is why. What he is doing is he's making these companies have to choose America, have to choose bringing that here and improving that here. Your rules don't apply to me. Kat chose you to draw them as an OC. I thought it was just on my end. I'm next to a dead zone. Ah. Is everyone able to hear me now? Okay. By the way, hi, J Dragon. So that is why when people are sitting there telling me you don't understand them, this is bad, I'm sorry. I understand that you're a small business. I work for a small business. I have several friends who are small business owners. I support many small businesses. That being said, we were warned this would be an uncomfortable time. We were warned that it was going to be a couple of months of really big economic discomfort. Shit was going to get expensive for a minute. We might not have a couple of luxury items for a hot minute. But that's it. I don't play Overwatch, baby. Like, that is it. It was just a couple of months of discomfort, and China felt the pinch so much, they were like, okay, we'll talk. People want me to feel bad about people not having money. I don't. People like me don't have money all the time, and they're like, well, you're not going to get your luxury goods. I didn't get them to begin with. Well, I hope you have a good day at work, Silvar. Exactly. Thank you, Myriad. It's already been uncomfortable for years. And with the pandemic, we went without shit for a whole year. And again, The only reason the egg prices jumped up the way they did is because Biden literally murdered millions of birds. Because rather than test for the flu and make sure we had resistant birds living, he just culled nearly all the American chickens. Nearly all of them. That's why our egg prices skyrocketed. It had absolutely nothing to do with the economy itself. It's because there were so few birds producing eggs. They became a higher demand a commodity because there just wasn't a lot of them. But we all use them every day in so many things. Companies that were struggling poorly managed before the tariffs will still feel them after. It's not the tariffs. Exactly. And you don't want to feel uncomfortable anymore. Exactly, Esteban. And that is why the tariffs were needed. Because we were going to have this same cycle. How many recessions have we, as a generation, seen now? There was one in the 90s. There was one in the 90s. There was one in the 70s. There was one the only time we didn't have was in the 80s. There was one in the 2000s. And there was one in the 10s. It's happening because we didn't change anything. We keep allowing the same cycle to happen. So what is Trump doing? And mind you, this has been suggested. This has been suggested since the 80s. You go back, there are videos of every politician that is against Trump right now on the tariffs saying they wanted it. Every one of them. Every single fucking one of them. They all agree with the plan. All of them. But they were cowards. They didn't want to save us. They protected themselves. They don't care about us. You can see the writing on the fucking wall. I live in one of the most factory-rich states in this country. And all of them are shut down. This was the furniture capital of America, and China killed it. It's been uncomfortable. And I'm tired of people that do this shit. Yeah, I'm riled up. All I gotta hear about is the poor Somalians and the poor people in Gaza. What about the middle Americans who spent their entire lives building an economy in this country, only to have it stolen from underneath them? The same people that try to guilt me on feeling bad because I'm a white person and I gotta feel bad for the brown person, but they don't care about all of them. They don't care about the mass. They don't care about the Americans that immigrate to here for a better life. They don't care about our economy that keeps crashing. You go to Baltimore, you go to Detroit, you go to New Orleans. There are whole sections of our country that are still struggling to get back on track because there is no industry in those areas for people to work. They just let them fail. They let them drown. Look at Maui. Look at East Palestine. Look at Western North Carolina. There are thousands of people still unaccounted for. And there's no way to build this back up. And you want me to feel bad because a luxury shoe brand or Gucci can't get their fucking bags made? I don't give a flying rat's ass. I've been uncomfortable economically since I moved out on my own. And if I got to put up with it for a few more months so that my country can start healing, well then, fuck off. I'm willing to do it. so tired of it all. It pisses me off. You look at Obama, Nancy Pelosi, you look at all of the Democrats, and you go back to the 90s. They proposed nearly identical what Trump is doing right now. You go back to the 80s, and Trump was talking about this on Oprah back in the late 80s, and everyone was for it. And they said even then, the only reason they're not doing it is because of the economic crash that will absolutely happen from it. The other countries need our help. Exactly. No one ever cares what America needs. No one ever cares what the American citizen has to go through or pay for. I would rather momentary discomfort. I would rather momentary unrest if it meant long-term changes. And that's what this means. But because Orange Man bad, exactly. Someone got me yap happy in my DMs. Just rewind it. I went off on a tangent. You guys got your stars on tangent, let me tell you. Because there are so many people that don't live in America, love to judge America, love to say how terrible America is. I drive through the country roads of America pretty fairly often. And one of the most disheartening things I see are ghost towns, are abandoned factories. This crash out was long overdue. Right. Need a mirror on the table so we can see your face. No, I am not appropriate for camera at the moment. I am not. My house is very, very warm, so I'm minimally dressed so I can live. Starson took the rage bait. Oh, I gobbled that one up, Emo. I gobbled that one. It's always what is America, not how's America. It's true. It pisses me off, guys. My dogs have come in because they heard me screaming, and now they're pressing against me to try to comfort me. Because the problem is that everyone wants America to keep taking it on the chin. Keep the people. You know what a perfect example of it is? Hello, I am not out yet. Just figured I'd pop in. Hi, baby. Baby, you missed me screaming. You literally missed me screaming like not 5 minutes ago over the terrace. Guys, let me tell you something. A no more perfect example of the entitlement of the world than the India-Pakistan war. And why everybody looked to America and said, what you gonna do about it? What? Okay? Nani? Excuse me. What part of America is in Pakistan? What part of America is in India? And what part of any of that is our fucking business? None of it. But they expected us to fix it. They wanted us to go and fix it. And guess what? In less than 24 hours, Trump squashed that bitch. Trump fixed it up. No, Esteban, baby, you didn't piss me off. The situation pissed me off. Because what did Trump say about Gaza? What did Trump say about Gaza? If he was president, none of this would be happening. And he right. Because India and Pakistan had been fighting for fucking years. And he went and squashed that shit in 24 hours. You want to say the world hates us? Does anyone see the glazing he got over in Saudi Arabia? They were more patriotic for America than we are. He had legions of Arabian horses American flags everywhere. Fireworks exploding. Bible says take care. And you know what the thing is? This is something where a lot of folks don't realize. The Bible tells you to be a good citizen of your country. And that's what I want. The Bible tells you to be a good citizen, and that's what I want to be. And we have come to a point where it is okay if every other country says that they want to put their country first. Thank you, Pluribus. The Brits split Punjab into India and Pakistan. Let them fix it. Oh no, it was our problem instead. It was our fault. We had to fix it. Don't fucking know why, but we had to. The Arabs of the YMCA, I know. I didn't believe half of that because it just didn't look real. And how fucking funny is it that there's finally, that talks of finally ending, who's in the office right now? Thank you. But he's a warmonger, guys. Orange man bad. Orange man make everything bad. He wants to just, he hates everybody. Orange man hate brown people. Orange man want to be tyrant. He don't want peace. Isn't that what we were told? Isn't that what we were told? I mean, I'm still waiting for the orange man bad moment to happen. My hand hurts bad. Baby, stop punching walls. We talked about this, Matthew. I still need you to go to the market on your way home, though. The Crown Prince was smiling. Yo, he was absolutely cheesing. What's with the long hair, girls? So apparently that is someone explained it in the comments. Apparently it is something to do with like it's an honoring ceremony. I don't quite get it, but it's just to show respect. Pretty much, it's just to show respect. America is like the grandma who always has extra few dollars to spend on their grandchildren, but not anymore. Grandma's on a fixed income, baby. Haven't heard much about Russia, Ukraine. Yeah, because he pretty much said, fix it. It's got to end. Yo, that Comey post. That Comey post. It's so bad, I'm not willing to say, I'm not willing to say the words. But that was bad. Yeah, Snoop Dogg too, right? Yeah, the 86 Hassan versus Star. I value my brain cells. And also, he will never look at somebody at my size. You know why? Because number one, Hassan desires clout above all else. I provide none of that. I lack the connections and I lack the clout. Hassan won't even notice I exist. That's first of all. Second of all, I don't ever want to be seen on camera with that kid. He literally supports terrorism, in my opinion. I hate that I have to even fucking say that, even though he's literally said it on camera. Yeah, like Putin tried making deals with Zelensky in the brick walling. Right. Zelensky blocking the votes. Zelensky brick walling. Like, come on now, people. And once again, America's got to fix it. America's got to be the one to help out. He's a champagne socialist. What is it? He's got to get that suit. He's got to have that swag. The communist with the Gucci bag. Car that he claims, it's right to buy because his audience can live vicariously through him. Please. Please. Miss me with that bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. He's a communist with a Gucci bag. It is that, okay? He'll always say he lives. Let me tell you something. As someone who actually lives on survival mode income, that man does not know. He does not know the definition whatsoever. He does not. The man's never known struggle his entire life. And he doesn't believe half of what he says. The only reason people believe in him is because they got a boner for him. That's the problem. The fact that leftists still like him after the shit he has said directly to trans people, and it's been some vile shit. I feel like politicians who run for office should now be asked where they want to see America in 10 years. No, I feel this is what I hope. I know it's not going to happen, but God, I hope it does. God, I hope it does. We need term limits for everyone. No more 89-year-old, been in office 50 years politicians. No more. And again, what I want, and I've wanted it, is if you are a senator, if you work in the public sector, and you are going to Congress or Senate representing your area, your income should never be more than what the whatchamacallit, than what the average median household is for your area. And another hot take, I think that if you work in government, you shouldn't be allowed to buy any stocks whatsoever. Ever. You should not be allowed to do any trading because I know they get illegal for insider trading. No. I want you to not be able to trade at all. You cannot open any businesses. You cannot sell any books. You cannot do anything. Reminds me of that woman, Lily Tang Williams, who put her place. What do you know about the common people? Your net worth is $2 million. Exactly. That goes for Trump too. He's not getting a third term, honey. He does that to piss people off. A lot of people hear that and they think he's telling the truth. He is not. He is not. He is saying it because just like other people, just like we talked about Nux, Trump lives for the chaos. There's a reason why he posted himself in the Pope's outfit. Trump is a troll. He lives for the chaos. Not going to understand stock and why government does it. Because they like money. That's it. They like money. They want money. There's nothing else to say. Money. That is it. I'm voting for Lily Tang. What is she running for right now? Because I don't know. See, most of you don't know, but Lily Tang I know because of Gothics. I don't know her, but I've spoken to her once. We do a little trolling, right? Trump loves to piss people off. He likes to see what people take seriously. That's why he goes, I don't know, who knows? We might not. Trump just loves the sound of really, yes. Congress in your district. Ah. Mr. Krabs, money. Exactly. Also, not gonna lie, I feel bad for the cancer diagnosis for Biden gut. For real, adds the idea of him team using. Oh God, yeah. I was saying this earlier in the stream. Because why has Benny Thompson been in office 20 years and his net worth is almost $1 million, but his house? Yes, thank you. That is the problem. And they'll tell you, oh, it wasn't insider trading. It was just luck. Fuck you. Straight up. Don't fucking lie to me. Like, of all the bullshit you're going to feed at me and think I'm going to... No. Penny, you got to wait. She's screaming for me because she knows it's almost time. They know the time frame. They know it's always about 3 hours I do this. Regardless, that man hasn't done shit for us. Here's my thing. I'm going to tell you exactly my reaction when Starman told me that Biden had cancer. Ready? Starman was standing in the living room. He goes, oh, by the way, Biden got diagnosed with advanced colon cancer. I looked up and went, Oh no! Anyways, what about dinner? I don't care. I'm not going to celebrate it, but I ain't going to cry about it either. I'm not. You know why I'm not? Because that man was a traitor. And on top of that, that man was a puppet. They carted his old ass out. We all knew he had something. We didn't know what it was. Prostate, colon, whatever. It's located in his ass. And here's what I will tell you. It sucks for him. But I'm more concerned with the fact that they lied to all of us. This isn't like when our president couldn't walk. Our president is dying. And you decided not to tell anybody. And then you had the fucking audacity to try to make him run for a second term, knowing he's not going to live past the first year in his second term. So you were not running him with the intention of him being president. You knew exactly what you were doing. And that's why when they panicked, they just shoved Kamala to the front. They figured if we're going to do it, we might as well just do it, rip off the Band-Aid. They broke the law either way. They committed election fraud either way. He's at level 9. He barely functions. I'll tell you what, if he survives to 2026, even to 2027, I will be floored. Prostate cancer is metastasized to the bone, meaning he had cancer for pretty much his whole term. Explain why the trips to Delaware. Right. He was not running the country. We don't know who, but I can guarantee she laughs and asks about coconut trees. Don't get me started on the left saying he deserves it. The same side that support. Right. The left saying he deserves because of other shit. It's unchristian of me to say some of the things that I would like to say. But then I have to realize that would make me a hypocrite. But I'm still not sitting there dancing and celebrating and notice what you're not seeing from the right. You're not seeing a bunch of people going, dang it, cancer. You didn't work fast enough. Dang it, cancer. Why didn't you? Like, you don't hear people saying that because it's fucked up. The whole new state of fucked when you realize that, to be honest, elder abuse. It was massive elder abuse. No, it's even worse. I don't think Mike Johnson's telling the whole truth because it was auto pen, which is why all those pardons, especially now, everyone says that Trump is crashing out over this. No, because all those pardons prevented Trump from going after people that not only went after him, but broke the law and damaged the entire country, including Fauci. And now this has all come to light. There's going to be a lot of shit that they can reverse that Biden did. Because now it can speak entirely to his competency or lack thereof. I'm telling you right now, you want my personal opinion? Because Biden in 2016 was absolutely in his faculties and at least able to speak. I think he had his I think the cancer happened sometime in 2017. I think he's had it that long. He should be mad they lied about it. They lied about everything for him. Scott and Dilbert Creator, yes. There you go. See? Right there. What Jade said. There is another person who has this exact same cancer. And he doesn't think he's going to live through the summer. So he doesn't give a fuck about the pardons. He ain't going to be... He doesn't give a fuck because he didn't even know he did them. Of course they used him as a shield. Of course they used him as a shield. Yes, Hunty, 2017. You know why? Because it takes a long time. If you notice that Biden's faculties waned as early as that. His ability to talk, because he was already less coherent during the 2020 election. He was really incoherent then. Him wandering around, doing half the shit he did, shitting himself, which is well known. My honest opinion, he was getting a lot of chemo, and they could not solve it. It just pisses me off, guys. It pisses me off so much that it is fine for the left to do this. It is accepted. Manipulate the American public. Manipulate the government. Manipulate the election system. And then we get essentially told to get over it. Because it wasn't just the people under Biden that knew. Obviously, but Obama knew. And Obama pushed him forward. When I saw he had cancer, I just felt bad. But then I see leftist streamers using it as another way to jab at him. Like, what, really? Seriously? Probably why he was having... Exactly. It's also probably why his face was the way it was. More than likely, because he was going through chemo treatments, there's a really high chance that he had on a wig of some variety. Which is why his face probably looked like it was taped up half the time. Pisses me off is how it's still being hidden, and how so many people have been living in an alternative reality and can't tell them different. Right? To be fair, it's no wonder people never saw him and was shit. Right? That's what I'm saying. People were saying that for years. Where is our president? Why is he held up somewhere in a And now it makes even more sense why during the pandemic we didn't see him a lot. Because he truly did have a compromised immune system. Now here's the thing. You'll hear me. I'll be the first one to say, stop being a little pussy about COVID. You're not going to die. Except for a small select few people. You're a cancer patient? Yeah, you're genuinely at risk. You're genuinely at risk. I think Biden has multiple problems, but I'll tell you right now, my mother, I was saying it earlier in the stream, when my mother was dying from cancer, the cancer alone affected her brain. And mind you, she had bladder cancer. But if you get a raging infection along with your cancer, you'll be delirious. Delirious. You'll speak weird. You'll mumble. I remember one time my mom, and this is a bit personal, but I'm going to, this was about the last 2 months she was alive. I got a call because my mom had collapsed in the bathroom because my mom was very stubborn. Can't imagine where I got it from. She wanted to go to the bathroom. But my mom already had weak ankles. And when she went into the bathroom, she tried to get off the toilet on her own. She fell. And when she fell, my mom was a big woman and she had weak ankles. My dad and brother couldn't get her up. They had called the EMS and they were begging her to get up off the floor, and she wouldn't. She refused. She didn't want to go in we don't know why. She refused to go into the ambulance. She did not want to get helped up. She wanted to sit there and figure it out on her own. And she was kind of not making any sense. She was sitting there kind of going off on the EMTs, and there's just all these big burly men trying to convince her. My dad's trying to convince her, and there I come in, and I hobble my ass over. I had to crouch down, and I had to really look my mom in the eye, and I had to get her to focus. And you could see she wasn't thinking clearly. I leaned down and I went, Mamach, what are you doing? I don't need these. I don't want to go with these people. Why don't you want to go? I don't need to. I don't trust them. I'm like, Mom, you are sitting on the bathroom floor with your pants down because you couldn't get off the toilet properly. You need to go to the hospital. Something's wrong. Nope, I don't need to. And I had to sit there for a solid 5 minutes. And toll free. We're not answering that. And I finally convinced her. And the problem is, this was not dementia, guys. This is just simply when you have cancer and you get infections from it, the pressure and the damage it does to your blood and your organs and your brain, it's bad. Because a couple of days later, my mom was totally in her faculties and talking to me normal. But because my mom was in the wrong hands by technically my dad, she couldn't function. And it's not because my dad was doing anything wrong. It's because he didn't know how to handle a cancer patient. And think about it. That was my mom. She wasn't technically at an advanced stage at that point. It was just the infection. Cancer does a lot of weird things to the body. And so these people were carting around No, she wasn't in if you're talking about my mom, she wasn't in hospice at that time. This was at her house. These people were carting around Biden at a far more advanced stage of cancer for years. Because he was already acting this weird on the campaign trail. The "you ain't black" thing. It's making the corn pop. The hair on my legs. So they were pumping him full of stuff and trying to cheat the system then. That's why by the time that it got to 2021, we almost it did not feel like we had a president for 4 years. And the thing is, now, because we all were saying dementia. But now that we're truly seeing it, now it all makes sense. And the fact that it's been happening for years. Yeah, his filter was shut down. And I can tell you that was happening to my mother. Her filter went away. I still very distinctly, remember. One day I was talking to my mom, and it was about a funny story I found out about deep sea octopuses. And my mom always enjoyed listening to animal facts with me. And I was in the middle of talking. My mom said, "Cassandra, I just don't give a fuck." And that wasn't my mom. So it's like, you will be shocked what cancer does to a person. You will be shocked because it does it and there's nothing you can do. I remember a conversation, a person asked why I didn't like Biden. I'm like, he sniffs kids. Right. And considering he already had a lot of accusations about what he'd done to his daughter, you know what that means? He wasn't reserved about it anymore. He felt he could openly do it. The whole world was watching. My butt's been wiped has new context. Exactly. I think we have a relatable experience. I had the same feelings too. Exactly, Esteban. We do have it's very relatable. I'm sorry about your loss as well. It's watching Biden with the context we have now. A lot of slots fill in place. And you know why none of us thought about it being cancer? Because none of us ever thought they would actually go so low as to cart around a cancer patient like that. That's the problem. None of us thought they'd actually go that far. That is the problem. Like on national TV multiple times. Right. It wasn't one or two. This happened multiple times per year. All of that. Total complete side note, though. This proves why I don't like. This is gonna be out of nowhere. Saw. This proves why I don't like Saw. Because it was proven that the main bad guy in Saw, he actually did have cancer. There's no fucking way he could have done all the shit he did. I'm just saying. There's no fucking way. You have terminal cancer? No way. No fucking way you could have done any of that. Don't fucking lie to me. Never thought cancer because it looks so much like dementia, right? But the thing is, cancer can imitate dementia when you couple that with infections. When you couple that with, more than likely, they were starving him, because my mom had to get starved in order to try to do the test they needed on her, which would fuck with her system as well. Dehydration, malnutrition. The Weekend at Bernie's meme is a whole new feel now, right? And the thing is, we have not seen Biden since the Pope's funeral. What if he is gone now? Well, they don't care about healthcare. That's not the shock for me, because it never shocks me how quickly that Democrats lose face whenever it is something where they can feel righteous. Look at Savvy. That Asian girl that always does the interviews, and how she walked up to that white liberal and she was like, "You're gonna get deported. Why? Because you're brown. You're telling me because I'm brown skinned that I'm gonna get deported. Do you not realize how racist that is?" And then that woman had to backtrack and then just double down on it. And then she's talking to the blue hair girl, and the blue hair girl is literally willing to defend the most disgusting people coming across the border. Why? Because it goes against Trump. No other reason. But it goes against Trump. Make it make fucking sense. All I know is I drew this entire stream, which you guys have complained I wasn't drawing most streams, and I'm not getting enough gold stars for this, thank you. Not that he even would have, but he couldn't have. Yep. That interview was so cringe. I highly recommend you guys go watch it, just so your brain can explode. I'm so proud. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. More gold stars. Thank you. I chased away cats for you guys. I know nobody invaded during Biden's terms. What was that? I lost it. Too many of them were getting money from... Oh, yeah. Because the thing is, there was a whole lockstep going on during that time. The one globe. They were all, why did they love Biden? Because Biden was easily manipulated, and they were trying to push this one world objective, this one world thing where there's no borders. They literally did it. Hello, Desert Jack. You're coming at the end of the stream, baby. But that's the problem that we're facing, is they even said the mass immigration, allowing illegal immigrants across the border, and the mass sanctuary shit, it was all an experiment. It was all an experiment. They were testing us. And now look what's happening in Europe. How about spam eggs, spam bacon, and spam? Ooh. It's a lot of spam. There aren't enough bags under your eyes. It's all tears. It's all tears. My bags are filled with tears. It's just, I can't find the star, so you get popcorn? I don't know, Star was drawing herself crying all this time. Yep. This is fine. Everything's fine. Sorry, taking a quick lunch break. Love you, fam. Except Choco. Love Choco. Stop it. But yes, I was drawing myself. How I'm handling the current wave of new Lemony Snicket's problems. I'm a-trying, kids. I am a-trying. Is it difficult? You bet your bottom dollar. Off topic, but, and sorry if this was brought up earlier, but Starson, what are your thoughts on the 180? I can't tell you about that. Nope. I can't say anything about that. You all will have to stay tuned. All I know is, fuck that bitch. That's all I can say. Anything else, you're going to have to wait for. You are going to have to wait on that. That is the 4th time I've been asked that in the stream. And I know you guys want to hear about it, but I told you a lot of what I'm doing right now is with the full intention of coming back. I'm going to try to record, although the cats ruined my water, my lights. Can I ask for some prayers? Everyone say a strong prayer. We ask God to protect Linda right now. Keep her in your prayers. My fellow Christians and Catholics, light a candle. Send a prayer her way. Linda, we will pray for you. Yes, I felt like you'd be doing a video. Yes. Hey, Stars, have you seen the pilot for Gaslight District? I'm neutral on it right now. I don't hate it. We wanted her to star crash out. Don't worry. You guys have a lot. Like I've been saying, I'm trying to expand my stuff. So I am framing everything in a drama. Like, what's the drama about? Even though it's not going to be actually drama. It's going to be real life problems. But I think it'll be fun. I think it's going to be good. The first video I have to record is my Where Have I Been video, and I'm just mad because my background is not going to be rainbow, and I got to clean up back here. It's a whole thing. But that's neither here nor there. Because Catholics aren't Christians. Apparently not. Yo, you go online and everyone hates the Catholics. They hate us. Gaslight is good in my opinion, ready for the series. But here's what I will tell you guys. My bladder is screaming, and I am getting really warm in this room. So I'm going to go for now. Cross your feet. 1, prayers for Linda. 2, pray for our country. Those that are my fellow Americans. Get your rainbows for June. Z Highness, I will ban you. Star Reality Channel. Damn. I like that. Someone send that to me so I can use that sometimes. I love my Catholic brothers and sisters. Exactly. Go, go, go. Shoo. But I love you guys. Remember, keep your fingers crossed that I can keep up the schedule. And we can always have a Tuesday stream now. And if I can keep up a concrete schedule, you will get your Thursday videos again. So just please do, JK. I love you guys. Thank you, Caddy. Or Katie. Katie or Caddy. I love you too, Desert Jack. And I want to thank all of you guys before I go. I want to thank all of you guys that have been financially supporting me still, whether it be on Patreon or through YouTube. I know I've given you zero reason to do so. And for those that couldn't anymore, I completely 100% get it. Feel nothing bad for it because I understand. But for those that still have, thank you so much. I am going to try very, very hard to make that worth your time again. I love you guys. Remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. Guys, I love you. Be safe. Hunty, pray for a good job. Everyone pray for Hunty. Pray for Linda. Pray for us. Let's fucking go.